Hey everybody, this is your Kiba in Kiba's Place. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to work on something called shrimp Chowmein. It's a Trinidad favorite and I have some ingredients that I want to show you all before I start prepping. You must have Chowmein, some carrots, cabbage of course, Christophine, and Christophine can be called coyote depending on where you're located, but Spanish people call it coyote. So if you're looking for it, ask for coyote, the famous pimento. You're gonna need the shrimp, of course. I use shrimp from Trader Joe's. I'm using the Argentinian red shrimp today. And a piece of ginger and about 4 pieces of garlic. I'm gonna do half of a pack today because it's just me, so I'll have a meal for like 4 people with half the pack. Wait till the water comes to a boil and add noodles. Cover at just the beginning. You don't want that to overflow and you have a mess all over your stove. But I'm gonna let that boil for about 6 minutes and 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes, and it'll be done. Once the water comes to a boil, you put the noodles in, you let it boil, and that's it. Still working on some shrimp that was, defrosting. I have some lime in there. I always like to get the fount of the lime. I use half the bag of shrimp, so I like, just enough. So we're gonna do salt. Just about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and some freshly ground pepper. All right. Yes. If we don't have some fresh seasoning, some green seasoning, we're not cooking. But that is a whole other class by itself. I gotta make some green seasoning. All right. So I put my pot on. It's on medium heat. I'm just gonna season my shrimp. I don't know what you do, but this is just about 10 to 12 shrimp. Sometimes I cut my shrimp. One of the misconceptions we have is that we overcook shrimp. And shrimp pretty much cook in like 5 minutes, especially if they're out of their shell. They cook really, really fast. So, I'm just gonna put a little vegetable oil in here. So we're just gonna cook these for like about 3 minutes on each side, 2 minutes on each side, and then we're gonna take them out and set them on the side. All right. I think that is nicely warmed up. You wanna make sure that your pot is really, really hot. You don't wanna mess this up. Because wild shrimp cooks very fast. Has to go back into the whole deal when it's done. So yeah, I got my favorite pot on. The one in the pot. You must hear that sizzle. No sizzle, no go. And you kind of tell when shrimp is cooked when it curls. So it tells you that I'm done when it's all the way in. They come spread out if you look carefully. You see that one spread out. And then it curls. But these are red shrimp, so they came red. That's how fast shrimp can be cooked. But it's not all the way done yet, because we're gonna work on the chow mein. So you want some vegetable oil. That's about 3 teaspoons. All right, so you want your stove on medium to high heat. This is about 2 teaspoons. We're doing everything still in the same pot. We got the ginger and garlic hanging out together in there. That's aromatics. While that might be aromatics, ginger is really good for you. And so is garlic. It'll bring your blood pressure down. So my mother and my grandmother did a lot of healthy stuff. So I live to do a lot of healthy stuff. You know what I forgot? some sesame oil. That's optional, guys. You just want that. That's just for flavor, because you're making chow mein and you're in Chinese territory, and that's what they use. Wherever you go to get Chinese fried rice, shrimp fried rice, that's what they use. You want to use the hard vegetable first, which is the carrots. All right. If you want, you can use sweet pepper. I know a lot of people like sweet pepper. I particularly don't like sweet pepper because it makes my food spoil really, really fast. So I kind of leave it out of this. But you can use sweet peppers. Make sure you julienne everything. Try to julienne everything in the same size so that they're evenly cooking. All right. And then your cabbage. Yummy, yummy. So I used quarter of that half cabbage that I had. I had a medium cabbage. It weighed about 1.25 pounds. I used the whole pistachine. All right, and we're gonna sweat these guys for about 2 minutes. All right, let's see what we're looking like under the hood. Yep. So, you know, back in the day, cabbage used to sweat and run water. I'm not sure what they're doing with cabbage lately. It's not doing that. So, unless you grow your cabbage at home, which I doubt, you're gonna have to maintain looking at this because it's gonna need a little lubricant. So toss up all those bad boys together. And now you can add my favorites, pimentos julienne, de-seeded and deveined. Yes, make sure your heat is nice and high. And then we have our very own boiled for you. Remember, it's 5 minutes. It might stick up like this. Run it over cold water so it's all loosed and ready to go. All right, make sure everything, oh, it smells really, really good. All right, so as you can see, Chowmein is coming together. And now is the part where you season up. You can low down your fire just a tad bit, medium heat, and you add your shrimp right back. All that lovely juice. And so your shrimp is gonna finish cooking with your chowmein. So I want some pepper in there, fresh ground pepper. I know a lot of people use Vetsin. I'm not a fan of that. Never been. My mother wasn't, and so do I. So you might see me throw some soy sauce in there because I like to change the color quite a bit. Don't be fooled by the bottle. I'm not using Chowmein. So I put about a pot spoon and a half to start off. I'm actually using Yellow Label soy sauce. It depends on how dark you want your chowmein. Sometimes I like it a little bit darker. Now this settles, so you have to shake it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna use another. So about 2 pot spoons in there. 2 pot spoons will probably give you about, if you're measuring and trying to make this, about 6 tablespoons. And that's how I get my chowmein to look this gorgeous. it's all done, I can take it off the stove. I can show you what it looks like. And all that lovely shrimp. Smells so good, people. So yeah, Chowmein. Chowmein is like party food. People order it straight out of Chinese man, and then that's what they have. See you next time, right here at Kiva's place. Bye, guys.